Welcome all. Demondre Douglas here. Today I have an update on the Moto G Stylus. I dropped a video last year, Moto G 2020, budget phone of the year. Go check that out if you haven't seen that already. Here 6 months later, I have the specs pulled up from Phone Arena. Reviewed too many damn phones to remember exactly what they were. But as you can see right here, the phone was released April 16, 2020. It's got a 1080p screen, 48 megapixel quad camera, Snapdragon 665, 4 gigs of RAM. These were like some of the best budget mid-range specs you could get on a phone from any of the prepaid carriers. Now, unlocked, you probably could get a Pixel or something a little better for about the same price. But why would you pay this $300 price when you can go to Metro, Boost Mobile, a few other people, and walk out the door with this phone for less than $100 total? It did get an upgrade to Android 11, which is nice to see. It makes me have high hopes for the phone moving forward. They do have a 2021 model available. However, I was displeased with the fact that they took out the stereo speakers. It was one of my top 3 things I raved about this phone. I have no idea why they removed that feature. That feature alone is worth having the 2020 version to me, because with the 2021 version, you're getting Android 11 out of the box, which this phone upgraded to, and then everything else is just aesthetics. Everything else is... I actually have a screen here pulled up. Let's zoom out. As you can see, both 1080p screens, both 84% screen to body ratio. You're going to get an updated processor, which will be the 678 over the 665. You still got 4 gigs of RAM. The Adreno 612 is better, but not by much compared to the 610. Look at this OS. It's this 2020 version, 11 and 10. 2021 version dropped with 10. Makes no sense at all. Both have a 4,000 milliamp battery, same camera, same focal length, same pixel size. The second camera on the 2020 Moto G is 16 megapixels, ultra wide. On the 2021 version, it's only 8. That's unacceptable. The aperture size is still the same, so they can't claim any difference in quality. They can't say, oh, it's only 8, but we improved the camera tech behind it. It's simply not true. The pixel size on the other cameras are better on the 2020 version. It's got a time of flight sensor on the 2020 version. It just says 2 megapixel depth sensor on the 2021 version. Both will do 4K 30. Both will do full HD. The 2020 version will do full HD at 120 frames per second. Again, another win. Looking at these specs, man, I'm changed the name of this video to Moto G 2020 is better than the 2021 version. I have played many games on this phone, have not had any issues. Most games will scale it to the graphic quality that's going to give you the best performance anyway. But from San Andreas, SimCity, Asphalt 8, we even have a DS emulator where we can play Super Mario, Pokemon, Digimon, whatever the hell your heart's content is. Like I said, speakers super loud. It's plenty fast enough. They do have like the Motorola One Ace. I had that phone. It has 6 gigs of RAM and a pretty damn good processor. But if you want a pen, you're out of luck. That phone has no pen. Also, that phone is huge, 6.7 inches. When you include the body too, it became unwieldy for me. Wow. I say that to say, if you're trying to decide between the 2021 version and the 2020 version, I honestly recommend the 2020 version. It's going to be cheaper. It has more specs. It has more capability, in my opinion. The slight upgrade in processor and GPU is not worth the downgrades of the camera only being 8 megapixels, the secondary camera that is, and no dual speakers, along with a few other things that I just showed you from the website. It's just disappointing, man. The phone's still snappy in 2021. I don't get any hiccups. As you can see, holds apps well. It's a great phone, man. An upgrade to this would be, like I said, a Motorola One Ace, maybe a Galaxy A42 or 52, whatever they're calling them. Outside of that, if you want a phone to be productive with, the pen definitely comes in handy for those who like to write and take notes. I'm all about notes. I take notes on my iPhone. I take notes on any phone. Notes just help keep me organized. Videos, affirmations, goals, it's all written down. So if you're thinking about getting this phone and you didn't know because it was a year old or because you just haven't experienced Motorola, it's a great phone. Lastly, forgot the Motorola Actions. I love it. Chop to turn your phone, your flashlight on, twist to turn the camera on. I firmly believe Motorola should lease this out or sell this so that every phone can do this. You use your camera a lot, you use your flashlight a lot, you're gonna use those gestures a lot, and you're gonna be happy you didn't have to scroll through a menu or something to find them. Camera quality, again, in light is excellent. It's quick. In low light, you're gonna run into some issues, I won't lie to you. However, as you can see here, you'll be able to capture the moment with ease. They do have a portrait mode. However, for the portrait mode, you're only able to do human faces, humans, period. I would give this phone an 8 out of 10. Last year, I believe I gave it like an 8.5, maybe even an 8 then. I have to go watch the video again myself. But if you want a phone with a stylus in it and you don't want to have to pay over $1,000, your only options are an older Note, which is going to be incompatible with some apps and features, or the Moto G Stylus. I can't even recommend the LG Stylus. After the Stylus 3, it pretty much died for me with the Stylus. Stylus 4 was okay. Stylus 5 was okay. 6, they dropped the ball. They just decided we're gonna put a big ass screen on it. They put a crappy processor in it. They kept the same camera from a few years ago, and it just overall, it wasn't a good experience. But that's it, man. Moto G in 2021. Moto G versus the Moto 2021. I'm gonna actually get that phone. I'm gonna go get that phone so I can do an on-hand comparison test. And I'm gonna get another one of these. This one was cracked. Fun fact, if I have to say anything, it'll be durability. This will be the 3rd Moto G Stylus I've had or bought, even for someone else, that's been cracked. Period. I bought my ex-wife one on her birthday. No, I'm lying. for Christmas of last year of 2020. The day after Christmas, it broke. And this is that phone. My daughter, I have twin daughters, one of them have a Moto G, and it's cracked. Not nearly as bad, but it has a couple hairline cracks on it. So you're definitely gonna need a case for this bad boy. It is quite sensitive. Maybe it's the wraparound glass. I'm pretty sure it's because the glass is edge to edge and it kind of wraps around the screen. If you drop it on concrete, it's a wrap. Otherwise, love y'all, love the phone. If it's what you're looking to get, I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully you found some type of information out of this that'll help you in your decision. Be blessed.